Oh God. Whew. Nice nap. Okay. Good. It's late. I know I'm supposed to do something sometime. What am I forgetting now? Oh my God. Kevin! Oh, no, wait a minute. No, that's not it. An epic moment of comic book. Holy crap. Holy crap. Oh my God, I'm late. I had to get dressed. Come on. Come on. Get up. Oh. Hello, folks. Ugh. Yeah, apparently I suffered a concussion here. Ugh, got hit pretty badly. But, oh, God. It was a long overdue, though, folks. An epic moment in comic books. 3 months in the making, at least. But, yeah, and today's book will be X New Men 37. No, that's not right. Sorry, it must be the effects of the concussion. Concussion. It must be the effects of the concussion. New X-Men 150. There we go. There we go. That's the new epic moment in comic books. God. But yeah, 150, and it's epic for a lot of reasons, because a lot of good stuff happening here. You get a good old-fashioned battle with Magneto. You get a good old-fashioned battle with Magneto. Concussion is like, ugh. A good old-fashioned battle with Magneto. You get the death of Jean Grey. I think this might be her 10th time dying. I think this might have been the one that stuck, but she dies, which is arguably probably the second best death that she had, in my opinion, at least. You know, in my opinion, that's probably the second best thing, her death that she had. It's a second, a little below the first time she died, but it's very emotional. 2, you get another death of Esme Kuko, one of the Kuko sisters. And, you know, there were 4 of them, not 3, and one of them died. You get her death there. 3, Magneto allegedly dies as well. And 4, it's a conclusion to a whole lot of stuff. It was written by Grant Morrison, and the thing about Grant Morrison and Bendis that they have something very similar that they do is they come up with really great ideas, but they always leave a gigantic mess for other people to clean up. I mean, Death of Damien, Grant Morrison, Bendis, and his, you know, Death of Spider-Man stuff, and, you know, and his whole Avengers Disassembled stuff. I mean, they always leave a mess to clean up. But anyway, New X-Men 150. So let's dig in, because this is pretty damn good stuff. Now, of course, you know, they're trying to get back to Earth. The Phoenix has awoken within Jean Grey, and of course it's burning up Wolverine, but he's got his healing factor, and she's trying to get to Genosha. Meanwhile, you got the X-Men are infiltrating Genosha as well, with Emma Frost and Beast and a few other people that are trying to get in there. And meanwhile, you have Magneto, who's about to launch his whole crazy scheme right there. And this is Magneto right there with his eyes lit up and everything. And he, at this point, is insane. Magneto is just a psychopath. He's hurling people pretty much into like ovens, like kind of like a Holocaust type thing. Humans, by the way. And he's just chaotic. And even at this point, even his henchmen right here, for example, they're starting to question Magneto. They're like, what's going on? You know, because he is just so far out there. Probably the craziest that he's ever been in this issue. And of course, you know, it doesn't work out too well, but you get some really badass moments from Phantom X. Look at that. You get a really badass moment from Phantom X, and he knows he can't take Magneto, but what's his plan? He's gonna free Professor Xavier, which is pretty much in the basement. And pretty much, you know, he goes guns a blazing. Phantom X kicks so much butt in this, and you get this really epic scene where, you know, they finally realize, you know, he knows he can't kill him. He's like, I'm not trying to kill you. I'm trying to free someone. And you see Professor Xavier in a tube right there, and he brings the house down, literally brings the house down, and frees Professor Xavier. And now the X-Men are about to strike. And then, out of nowhere, you get Cyclops. Cyclops is pissed as hell. Probably I think the only other time I've seen him this pissed was when he incinerated Sinister during that whole Inferno thing. But he is pissed at Magneto because Magneto was pretending to be somebody by the name of Zorn. And he infiltrates the X-Men only to reveal himself as Magneto and reveal his master plan. And he is not holding back. You get this really epic fight between Cyclops and Magneto, where Cyclops, which is laying into him, he is not holding back. And here's what he does. He looks him in the eye and he shoots an optic blast right inside his freaking helmet. It blows up the helmet, and Magneto, well, he ends up looking like this, charred. Yeah, so he's pretty much unrecognizable at this point, which trust me will play a part. It's so epic because you never seen him piss that much. And the X-Men are about to strike. And pretty much one of the Kukos, Esme, right here, she was siding with Magneto, but she kind of realized how crazy she was. And she's trying to inhibit him. She's trying to like, okay, no, you know what, no, you're not doing anything. And Magneto is not having any of it. Magneto takes the earrings from her ears and he pretty much shoots it across her brain. I mean, right here, just look at that. If you look at this panel, he shoots that metal earring across her brain and just screws everything up. And it doesn't kill her automatically, but it leaves her in a really bad shape. You know, she was kind of turned her back at Magneto, and Magneto wouldn't have any. Just metal earrings right through her head. So, I mean, so you can see Magneto is not effing around. And you get this touching thing between her and Emma Frost. And she ends up dying in her arms. It wasn't that incredibly touching, but, you know, it was just like just to see her go because she was so young. But, yeah, she ends up dying. And let's keep going. Wait, what else is there? And now you got Zorn, Magneto. Magneto's about to confront everyone. I mean, just look at this battle. Beast is laying into him. They're all pissed at Magneto for he was fronting the X-Men for so long, and they're all pissed at him. And then anyway, you get this. I'm telling you, you get like these really big battles. I mean, just look at this: Wolverine, Phoenix, everyone are just coming after Magneto. They're just coming after him, and then, but then instead they know they're probably not going to be able to beat him, but so they get into his head. They question, no, you're not Magneto, you're Zorn. Magneto looks a certain way. And they actually put that out to his people that are following it, that you think this is Magneto? Look at him. Magneto takes off his mask, but because of what Cyclops did, he's unrecognizable. And as a matter of fact, everyone in the thing, no one recognizes him. Not one person. And no one is like, believing him. No one believes him because he's unrecognizable. He's acting way out of character. No one believes that's Magneto. And so he's like, I'm Magneto, damn it, I'm Magneto. And no one believes him. And then finally, they kind of start going into his head. Charles, Phoenix, and they all go into his head and they say, you know, you were better off dead. For some, now you would have been a martyr, remembered forever. And now that you're alive, you pretty much ruined it. And he finally kind of convinced him that, yes, death is better. He's like, yes, death is better. And he goes onto his knees. But here's what he does to Jean Grey. Right here. Jean Grey is like, she's about to go near him, right? Because he's cowering. Because he's finally realized that his life is pretty much meaningless. And previous before this, he stored a shitload of energy. A load of energy. And he touches Jean Grey and bam! He just shoots like this gigantic electromagnetic pulse right through Jean Grey. And in essence, she asks what's happening, and she's like, I gave you a planetary stroke. That energy I had to give you had to go somewhere. So she is dying, and he's wishing for someone to kill him. And of course, Wolverine is happy to oblige. Right there, look at that panel. Bam! Right into Magneto's stomach, effectively killing him. And at the very end, and probably one of the best, goodbye things, because he actually got to say goodbye, but here's Cyclops and Jean Grey, and they're saying their goodbye, and pretty much Jean Grey goes and, Cyclops is like, hold on, Jean, hold on, and Jean Grey kind of much shows like, I'm sorry, Scott, and she tells him, all I ever do is die on you, that's all I'm ever good for is to die on you, and she says, live, Scott, and live, and it turns to blank, and all you hear is White's thing with Cyclops screaming, no, and apparently 1,000 years in the future, they find this. In space, they find a phoenix egg. Right there. So, and that's how it ends. Epic stuff. New X-Men 150. I mean, just amazing. It's so good. The storytelling is great. I mean, so many things happen. It's just insane. I mean, let's recap for you. one of the Kukos dies. Jean Grey dies, which I think it's for the final time. It's the goodbye that she had with Scott Summers is like unbelievable. It's really emotional because he actually got to say goodbye this time. And the way she just says, all I ever do is die, and for him to live, I mean, that's just something else. Wolverine killed Magneto, adamantium right through him. I mean, let's go look at that again. Bam, right, Magneto, right there. And and not only that, but you get these really epic battles, and a lot of characters have epic moments. I mean, Phantom X, just look at this stuff, man. I mean, Phantom X right here has this really cool stuff battle with Magneto. Beast, the X-Men, everybody just comes after Magneto. You got this really great battle. I mean, Cyclops just lays into him like I've never seen him before, and just epic stuff. And in the long term, and here's the reason why it really kind of makes it a little over in the long term. See, Grant Morrison, to this day, no one knows if that's really Magneto or Zorn. Nobody knows. To this day. It's a mystery. You can ask anyone. In fact, if Red Riding Blue, if you watch this, help me explain this. I don't think you might not be able to. It hurts my head. And I have a concussion. But, yeah, to this day, no one knows because a few months later, Magneto was just walking around Genosha and he didn't know what the hell happened. That wasn't him, apparently. And they even made a little nod to this in Avengers where Vision wasn't even sure who Zorn was. So, to this day, no one knows. Was that Magneto? Was that Zorn? Was Magneto infected with someone? And I believe that's the current theory right now. I believe the current theory is that Magneto was infected with the guy who was in the first John Sublime, I believe, of nasty bacteria. I believe that's the theory that he infected Magneto, and that's why he was so crazy. So that's that theory. That's the current one. I think the current explanation, possibly. But and then was that Magneto, or maybe that was his clone? That's another one that I hear. But just that mystery that has never been solved, has never been done, has never been explained. That's what really sets it apart. To this day, people are still kind of scratch their heads about this. And for all those reasons and more, this is why this is an issue that is worth picking up and reading, and it's really cheap. So, yeah, that was the epic moments in comic books. What the hell? What the hell's going on?
That fool.